Hello, hello, hello. We are here for a little session. I have a whole pile of um, tags that I have already cut out and have brought book pages and other kind of stuff with them. I've kind of already gone through off camera and decided what I wanted to put on each of these individual tags. Um, just so you don't have to see me auditioning and all of that on camera. Um, but so I do have a drive and shop video uploading. I went to pick up another load of auction items yesterday. Um, I was bidding on two different lots. One was of paper, and the other one was some paper, but mostly envelopes. So I have a ton of envelopes to put away. But I have a new friend for the craft room. I have a super stretchy little sock monkey. Um, so he's really fun. I've been playing with him since I got him home yesterday. But yeah, he's a good little fidget friend for me. He's cute. So well, I have a little mascot. So he just kind of he'll hang off over here to the side and you know he gives me something to play with. So in addition to the tags and stuff, I have my walnut stain distress ink, and I also have my archival black, and that's just so that I can kind of distress and highlight certain parts of these tags. Um, try to get most of them laid out. I also need to grab a glue book, a couple glue pages. Now these tags are pre-printed. They are from various Etsy shops, which I will link in the description box. Um, some of them are specific steampunk tags. Others are just industrial, um, which industrial lends itself to steampunk, right? I just realized how much I was zoomed in still. My allergies are on point today. I'm very congested and sneezy. I have taken my meds, so hopefully they kind of chill out. So yeah, see, this is a printed tag. And it's funny, I literally installed um my new ink cartridge, started printing, and then got an email from Instant Ink saying your new cartridge is on its way. I'm like, oh my gosh, did I seriously? Yep. I killed an ink cartridge printing these out, as well as finally um, killed off my black, which was great because they only send you the bags that they send you to recycle your inks, they only send with the black cartridges. And so it's taken me so long to get through my black. And I've got like 4 or 5 color ink cartridges that all need to be sent back. And I've been waiting on a bag. So today you're just kind of coming along for a decorating session. Um, these are random book pages. Um, let's see. And it is about a book. It is from a book about the Vietnam War. Um, so I kind of had to tear around some wording, just to make sure that, you know, I put appropriate words, and where there was word, or make sure that I'm covering it up um, with other images. So I'm going to need to cut down. I need to die cut some more of this stuff because I used it all. The only reason I haven't done it is because I've been too lazy to get out um, my black. I need to get out my black cardstock so that I can punch out a bunch of you know dies and stuff. And then baby wipe stuck to my hand over here. Sorry. I'm like trying to remove the cover. Ooh, no. Let's move these over. See, I put them down based off of this paper, but this paper is being trimmed off. Now this is thin. It's printed on thin cardstock. I figured I would wait until I had stuff on them and then decide whether or not I liked how thick they end up being. And if I don't like it, then I can go and add paper to the back to just, and that, and again, that's for, in this purpose would just be for providing extra thickness because everything was printed on paper that you could easily write on the back. Now, some people may ask, well, why use a book about war if you have to be so careful about, getting around certain words or whatever? It's about the age of the paper. For me, anyway, I like trying to get that the agedness to it. Okay. I'm not using this whole piece. So I'm just going to glue where I want it to glue. And then I will come in and trim off the rest. Go this up just a little bit. And then here and here. So then I have this to use somewhere else if I choose. Set that off to the side. I use glue stick, but I just realized that going over, I should use a stronger glue. I may find something to put down here at a later date. Not super sure. There's not much of this one that's going to be showing through. This is doing nothing more than just giving some background, so it's not flat. Go up there. Now I am going to be punching through part of this gear when I go back through and I punch all of the little holes out, and I'm okay with that too. I should just switch and just use my fabric glue. Oops. Did you see what I did? I forgot to ink around that. So now I got a bunch of white showing. Kind of improvise that. Get to go get my little mini today. Gonna have Pipsqueak for the weekend. Which works out because my husband was like, hey, I think we should did it, and I'm like, dude, you're just as capable of messaging your daughter as I am. Yeah, but you talk to her more than I do. But I jokingly mentioned it to my daughter, that your dad said this, and she's like, well, good timing because I don't have childcare for the weekend. I'm like, it's kind of one of those funny little things that when she's with her dad, and her dad needs somewhere for the child to go because he's got something to do that he can't take her on his, my daughter always jumps at the chance to, have her for extra days or even an extra day to watch her while he's out running errands. But then when she needs somebody on a Saturday where she's working, No, nope, he's always too busy. So she covers his butt so he can run errands, but he won't cover hers so she can go to work. Not to mention this is a child you only get to see 2 weeks out of the month. Why would you in my mind, I'm like, I don't understand. I would never fathom a time short of like dire emergency that I would turn down extra time with a child that I only get to see, every so often. But yeah, okay. Perfect example. Do I really want to be driving to Walla Walla today when I feel like crud? No. Am I going to do it so that I get to see her for the weekend? Absolutely. Oops. It's just annoying because it's not like it's not knowledge. I mean, we all know that she has struggled with childcare since the end of last year when her babysitter ended up in the emergency labor and delivery, and baby spent a long time in the NICU. I had to blow my nose. I'll be right back. And essentially, because Mina is always some level of sick. They made the decision, which I'm not faulting them, um, but they made the decision to not um, keep watching her or watching any either because they were watching both girls. Um, I think, or maybe it was no, maybe it was just Mina, but they made the decision that they would not be babysitting anymore. Which like I said, I don't fault them because I mean, you have a medically fragile child still, even though I mean, the baby is home, the baby's out of NICU, but um, baby, children that are born premature and spend so much time in NICU after birth, they're still medically fragile for a while, if not forever, in some form or fashion. So, I mean, I get it. Just a second. Try not to break my neck here. Need a glue rag. Um, the problem I have is that they didn't communicate that with her. Um, they the whole time, baby was in the hospital, the dad was still providing childcare, and you know, there was never an indication that that was going to discontinue once the baby came home. And then baby got home, and they communicated that with Mina's dad, that they wouldn't be providing childcare anymore, but never told my daughter that she didn't have daycare anymore. Nor did her ex-husband tell her, "Oh, by the way, they're not going to be babysitting anymore." So it kind of left my daughter high and dry in trying to find, childcare. And so much of her time living there has been isolated due to the relationship, or the context of the relationship. Um, she doesn't really have any friends. Um, and I mean, she's starting to make friends, but they're all friends that work with her. So it's like, they're, her friends are working at the same time she's working. And so it has not resolved her childcare dilemma. So I think I know where I was planning on putting this, but I think it was going to go over the top of this, if I remember correctly. Yes. And then this will go down on the bottom. And again, I'm just kind of giving just a brief, a light, um, a light inking. I really need to, I used a lot of my gears that I already had punched out too. So I need to go through and punch out some more gears. And, this does not necessarily mean that these are done either. I may, once I punch some more stuff out, like more flowers, more gears, I may add to these. It's weird. I never didn't notice that when it printed. There's a little white dot in the middle of that. Weird. So she has started her new shift, which is great, because that'll help a lot with this childcare situation. Um, because during the week, she's now working a shift that coincides with the school schedule. So by the time Mina's out of school, Sam is off work. So it just leaves her on, Saturdays and Sundays, still in this situation. So I don't know. We shall see. There may be a lot more Mina visits in my future. So this was a miscut. Like it got stuck in the die, and so it didn't want to give up the ghost and come out and play. It's funny, is now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's really blending in. Again, going off to the side, and so that I don't try to decorate out where there's nothing to decorate. Again, I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. Now that obviously is a straight corner, um, which I will need to round again. But this is a thinner paper, so I'll probably go ahead and cover these. So I won't worry about doing those corners just yet. Oops, there's a extra. Where's my pokey? There's my pokey. There we go. There's an extra little piece in there. Now these are rags that I bought specifically for my craft room. Um, some people are, I'm sure, cringing at the realization that I'm getting silicone glue on my rag. It's like, oh my gosh, that's never going to come off. I know it's never going to come off, and I'm okay with that. And so these I bought them specifically for my craft room. So they're covered in glue, they're covered in ink, they're covered in dyes. They're covered in all kinds of things that don't come off. My next the next set's out. Now I may not use all of these in my journal. I may. I don't know. We'll see how many pockets and so forth I end up with. Um, that need to be filled, right? I'm also not going to fill, I'm not going to cover the backs of things just right away. I'm going to do it as needed because there may be places where I just use the tag um, as a decoration. I may use it as a tuck spot or as a pocket, in which case it doesn't necessarily need, it won't need writable backing. It may need something for strength, so I could put like a book page down behind it or something, but just to give it, a little bit of oomph. But I'm gonna leave my glue out. I loved these images. Hold on. I Getting into my black lace. With my pickup yesterday, oh my gosh, my room is a mess. It's like a dangerous little obstacle course I got going on in here. Those, we're not going to cut lace. I need sharp scissors for that. I'm just going to let that sit over. Okay. I got lace, black lace, black lace, black lace. I'm going to try to use my smaller pieces before I get into a lot of the bigger stuff. Like this one. So this I'm just kind this was decorated. This was an actual steampunk tag. Yeah, like my little dude. Um so yeah, I'm covering him up with a beautiful lady. There I go. Put that up there. Got a glue web. We'll leave that hanging over just a smidge there. Let's see. Breaking the rule I just set out for myself. Wrong scissors. Yes, I'm covering up a lot of that stuff in the back. But it was going to be covered up anyway with the lady, right? The glue burbles. See more. This is also a big reason why the people that I watch, um, a lot of them don't do they don't do their nails. And it's because the silicone stuff. I mean, it'll strip the paint right off your nails. I'm not going to do a whole lot to this one. I think it has enough of its own going on. Go around, get some glue on all of that. Give me just a second. I don't think there's anything for me to order today, but I will check in just a second. Nope. No Timu only box. Just look up phone in my hand. Check and see if either of my Timu orders is due for delivery today. Last time it checked, it said tomorrow on one of them and Tuesday on the other. That, their tracking information is not always super accurate. So yeah, I have ink cartridges, according to USPS. I have ink cartridges and um, a Timu order due for delivery tomorrow. I have an undelivered mail shipment due Monday, according to their tracking. And then my other Timu is due for delivery on Tuesday. That's fine. That's a fun coming. What is this one? Oh, you're there. And then one of these beautiful, lovely ladies. I do have a couple steampunk gentlemen in the works, in the in the pile. But I will say, I will admit, when I was going through and looking for images that would fit on these tags, I was super impressed with the ones that I had of the goodies. So, yeah, again, just kinda highlighting the edges. Oh, you're number 9 on my sharp has gave me error number 9. Not that that means a whole lot. Sure, can error out on its own for no reason. On my short, it was mere feet from the dock and telling me that it couldn't find the dock. Dock is not wondering where's the end. This is right. I want to go do a flower that I can put on there too. Later. Yeah. Well, that's here's the line. So last three little one. I love these interviews. Hello. This is another one. You see, it's got a face on it, like a diagram head, which does, in my mind, scream steampunk. You would come in a steampunk kit. It doesn't, but I mean, needless to say, I don't like it, so I'm covering it up, just like I did with the man on the here. Rose a little bit around the edges. Okay. Um, so go here. Again, scissors. You gotta remember when you're to use the bolt on your tags. You gotta, be careful of that because inside the journal that has bulk is going to add bulk. Seems like a no-brainer, right? Stuff that I'll trim off. Not on here. Okay. And then this piece. I'll finish this last to clear the bumper, the air molecule that is stopping my reactor from going in the almost always. Sometimes it's picked up a rock or something you know, from the carpet. The rocks come in on my dog's feet, come in on my boots. So every now and again, it's a legit blockage, but more often than not, it's not. Let's want some names. This is definitely from the Steampunk tag collection because you can see the gears and stuff. It's essential. Steampunk. Although we are already at 50 minutes on these particular on the little tags, so I may go ahead and do the other stack as a separate video. We've got one more assembly to do of steampunk die cuts. Oh, this is supposed to go all the way to this. Snip. I think I will actually do the other stack. I have this stack to do. And looking at the time, I'm going to do those as a second video. The text a little bit here. Show you what we've done today. Ouch! I just stabbed myself in the finger with my little pocky tool. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 steampunk tags. Little minis. So again, like I said, each one of them, these are printed out. They've got the little hole in them. I have not decided yet how I'm going to deal with those, whether I'm going to punch them out, um, put string through them, put eyelets in them. I haven't really decided yet, so I'm going to leave those intact for now. I also haven't decided if I'm going to put string. Am I going to put ribbon? Yeah, I got some more decisions to make on the tag. But we have a nice little start. So thanks for tuning in for this little decorating session. And like I said, I will do the large tags, so journal cards, um, as a separate session. But we're making some headway on the Steampunk It Up. hit that like button on your way out. If you didn't do so on the way in, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm also showing in my analytics that a majority of my viewers are not currently subscribers. So if you also don't mind while you're at it, if you'd hit that subscribe button, I'd appreciate that as well. And until next time, we will talk to you later. Bye.